Anytime.
Living in northern Wisconsin, most of us have been hunting before. To many of us, hunting is like a religion. Aristotle once said, "If some animals are good at hunting and others are suitable for hunting, then gods must clearly smile on hunting." Our familiarity with hunting may cause us to take firearms for granted, but not taking the proper safety precautions while using firearms could, in the blink of an eye, cause severe injury or even death. Brady Kowalski was an avid hunter, a football player, a musician, and a very close friend of mine. He was one of the happiest and kind-hearted people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. He had the world in front of him. On September 20th, 2008, Brady and his dad decided to go clay pigeon shooting. As Brady pulled the gun out of the case, the trigger got caught. There was a shell left in the chamber, and the safety wasn't on. The gun went off. I can still remember exactly how I felt when we got the phone call. I was dating his older sister at the time, and we were on our way back from Eau Claire, shopping with their mom. His mother answered the phone. We could all hear his father screaming, "He's dead, he's dead." Our stomachs dropped. We raced back to their house, unable to grasp exactly what was happening, clinging to the hope that Brady would be all right. But as we pulled into the driveway, we realized there wasn't even an ambulance there. Just a couple of police cars and the chaplain. That's when it hit us. Brady was gone. The coroner told us that Brady had shot himself in the face and that he probably didn't even feel it. Then I seen the most horrific sight of my life. Brady's dad. He was standing just inches away from Brady when the gun went off. His shirt was drenched in his own son's blood. After 4 years, I haven't been able to get that picture out of my head. The whole community was left in shock. But this could have all been prevented by taking the proper safety precautions. On the Wisconsin DNR website, I found a simple way of remembering all of the basic safety rules in a formula called Tab K. T for treat every firearm as if it were loaded. You should make a habit of this, even if you personally unloaded the gun. A for always point the muzzle down or in a safe direction. This can become a problem during gun deer season. You may be walking out in a group and you should be conscious about who you are around and where you're pointing your muzzle. I personally feel the safest pointing my muzzle towards the ground, because then if I trip or fall or do something clumsy, then at least the muzzle is going into the ground. B for be certain of your target and what's behind it. If there's any chance that you shoot anything other than your target, don't take the shot. It isn't worth losing a human life. And finally, K, for keep your finger outside the trigger guard until ready to shoot. This prevents any unwanted discharge. In the event you stumble and squeeze the gun, you will be unable to squeeze the trigger. Following the Tab K guidelines to safe firearm use should prevent most accidents from happening. But another important element to accident prevention is storage. In a study by journalist Ryan Gargolinski, over 50% of American households have guns, and 10% have loaded guns in unlocked cases. In the same study, he reported that 642 deaths were caused by accidental shootings in the U.S. in 2009. This can obviously pose a problem with children. According to FamilyEducation.com, guns should be stored unloaded and locked up. Also, ammunition should be stored in a separate location. This makes accidents with children much less likely. But accidents will always happen when dealing with things as dangerous as guns. The best thing to do is follow the Tab K guidelines and lock your guns up unloaded and away from ammunition. If you follow these guidelines, you minimize the chance of an accident. Keep yourself and those around you safe. Always respect your guns.